those in the know, archaeologists, usually consider the Church of the Holy Sepulchre to be the accurate place. But this, with the garden and all the elements that you read about in the Gospels, is a beautiful place to come and put you in the mood or in the setting of what it was like when Jesus was buried. When the mother of Constantine came to Palestine in the 4th century and asked the Christians who were living here, where was Jesus crucified and buried, they took her right away to the spot where the Holy Sepulchre is. And that was outside the city at the time of Jesus. And that was a hill. You had to go up those steps to go where the cross was. So if you went down beside and looked underneath, you saw the rock that was split and so on. And then you went over a ways and saw the tomb belonging to the Armenians. It seems difficult to understand because it's all within the church, it's all crowded in and so on. So it's nice to come here and see the garden and see a tomb. The architecture of the tomb is actually Byzantine, so it's thought that this is subsequent to Christ's time during the Roman period. It's not a Roman family tomb, it's a Byzantine family tomb. But Gordon, who was on the wall of the city, as you saw, looking down across the quarry, and saw, what looked like a skull, he said, aha, there's a burial there and so on. He said, that must be the place of the skull. And so he started looking around and found this garden, found this tomb, and so it's been developed by the Anglican Church for tourists here. And you notice that our guides were very careful when they talked about it. They talked about it might be. And in the end, they said what's important is not where, but that it happened. So they're trying to be really, really faithful. Obviously, it's to their advantage to hope that people will think of this as the right place. But archaeologically, that would be very difficult to do. I pointed out to some of you that the bedrock upon which the city wall was built is cut right there on the northern end and all along where the road is and then up to where we were looking, so-called Golgotha. So that whole operation was done when the wall of the northern side of the city was built to create more of a cliff there. And that quarrying operation didn't happen in Jesus' time. It was subsequent to that. So it's very unlikely that what you see as Golgotha existed in Jesus' time. That's a subsequent development. So I say that not to spoil the nice feeling we have when we come here, but just because people are saying, what about which one is the right one? Any questions? Brief ones? You understand, right? So we're privileged to be here on our last afternoon together. Live